Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Here we bring you a belated Strike the Blood episode review. Last night I was trying to do it. I couldn't. I just couldn't. It was that stream last night was so goddamn ridiculous. It will probably... We should just name that the J Room. No offense to Zoro, because that had everything to do with the J Room in that stream. But it wasn't called the J Room, it was the Z Room. So yeah, because of that, I couldn't do the Strike the Blood review, because I was laughing so much, it gave me a headache. That's how crazy it was. I was laughing so much that my head hurt. Pretty crazy stuff. But yeah, watch the Strike the Blood anyway now, so gonna do it. Episode 18, Fiesta for the Observers, Part 3. Now, there's also with this, I'm gonna upload the Game of Thrones Season 4, Channel 2 review. Now, pretty much in this episode, what went down, we had Vidal, the ancestor of the first progenitor. Yeah, he basically took Kujo, Natsuki, and what's her face, Asagi, and basically took them to his boat for safekeeping, because obviously the prisoners are after them and everything. And he did that. And there were some funny moments. There was this Kira that we introduced, who was a relative of the warlord. And he basically was there to tell Kujo, where to go. Then there was this other guy who was a noble, who was looking at him very meanly. That guy apparently is just jealous of Kujo, because of how, is treated. So, I don't want to go into too many details, but there was this scene where he was in the bath, and these girls were on top of him and shit, it's beside the point. He tells Himuragi and Sayaka about the situation, and they're a little upset because he's there with them, and, they can't, for some reason, I guess it's because it's like on that boat, I don't know the specifics, but for some reason, Himuragi and Sayaka can't go on there, on that boat. So that's why they're upset with him. What ends up happening is he gets a nosebleed in the bath because Asagi, her towel comes off. And there was this scene. Now, I think what happened here was, I'm not 100% sure here, because it was so... That scene was weird. That scene suggested that... I don't know. So basically what happened was he saw her naked, he got a nosebleed, and the blood went in the water. And we have this scene with the little kid, Natsuki, is basically... Just check something here. Is basically picking up the water that's filled with his blood. And we just see her pick it up. That was very confusing. I'm going to say that she drank it. Kind of. Because after that, we have a scene with them in a room. And they have small talk here and there. And then out of nowhere, while they're talking, Hisagi and Kujo, Natsuki wakes up. The little Natsuki. And all of a sudden, she's talking weird. So I'm guessing she must have drank his blood. Rather that, or it just came naturally to her to do that. And basically she makes this announcement. She acts robotic-like, but she's going, Q! Apparently, she's telling them that her backup system is almost done, supposedly. And that her body, this body that Natsuki is in, the little kid body, can't do magic. unfortunately. Now, this brings up to the fact that the boat starts shaking, and we see another scene with Himuragi and the ancestor of the first progenitor. Now, let me just find that guy's name, because it's so hard to say his name, or just keep calling him the ancestor of the first progenitor. That's right, Vatler. Vatler, that's his name. He basically tells Himuragi something about him, about Kujo, Vatler. He tells them of the fact that, why he questions to Himuragi, why do you think it is that you are protecting the fourth progenitor, keeping an eye on him? And we don't know what that means, and he basically tells her it's not up to that yet. In other words, I can't wait to devour him, meaning he hasn't risen to that point. He isn't completely the fourth progenitor, meaning he's still not completely like that. So something will happen where he will become like that. That brings up these two guys, the other two prisoners who, after this, all the prisoners have been taken care of after these two guys. One of them, this had me tripping, is a dragon slayer. Insert fairy tale reference. But yeah, he's known as a dragon slayer. He ends up fighting Vatler. This was too ridiculous. I'm like, really? Dragon slayer? But hey, he's got a sword. That's what a dragon slayer essentially, at least from what I can see, is supposed to look like. Because in the times of knights and stuff. But anyway, he ends up fighting Vatler. This other guy was a douche. This guy who got pwned by Himuragi earlier on. That was shit. She shows up. She's like, the one who, that guy with the fuzzy hair. His magic, I believe, was wind. I believe. So what ends up happening there is, Sayaka fights him, giving time for Himuragi to leave and go find Kujo. So the fight between Vatler and the Dragon Slayer goes on and on and on and on until eventually Vatler gets the upper hand, and he's able to defeat him. Pretty much, there wasn't really much to him. So then Natsuki, Asagi, and Kujo, they leave with help from Kira. He basically sends them off. He shakes his hand. He's like, there's this one part where he's like, you sure you don't go that way? She tells him, because he thinks he's gay. I was like, that's messed up. So they end up going outside of the boat into the street area, meeting up with Himuragi, and this girl shows up. What ends up happening is we found out earlier in the episode that apparently this was due to Yuma's mother. She basically, there were those writings she was doing on the school and shit. Okay, what she's doing there is she is just getting rid of all supernatural powers around the city. Until the only one who can use them is her. That was the whole point of the whole scriptures. And basically what ends up happening is this little girl shows up. And she works for the job that Asagi does, which is hacking and stuff. And tells her to come with her so she can help the situation. To fix everything that's been, going on and stuff. So they pretty much do that. She pretty much goes. And they are ready to leave when they bump into Sayaka. And she's dealt with the guy. The fuzzy hair guy. And what ended up happening was he he was using the wind on her, and she took that opportunity to fire her own little spell, which is she uses it, and when she uses it, it works during like wind magic with wind magic. So she uses it, and she's able to hit him and shot and strike him with this like lightning stuff, and he's dealt with. And he's, I believe, the last prisoner who, yeah, he's the last prisoner, and he's sent on his way. After that, like I said, he meets up with Sayaka, and everything's okay. Until the bitch. Yeah, Yuma's mother shows up. I'm going to be so glad when this bitch dies. Because she's going to die. It's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen. One or the other, she's going to die. Because there's no way around it. She's a bitch. She intends to, So, when it's unhappening, she shows up and she starts talking about what she did, basically. And she pretty much, it's just as I said. She took away all supernatural power and magic throughout the city. Except for the one she uses. So, she ends up using, because Sayaka's ready to fight her. And she loses her power for her sword. So, that's basically what she said. And then she uses Grimoire to attack her, and here comes Kujo with the familiar. Able to send her off. But then she says that, you can only use that attack for progenitor, and you don't have anything else left. And that brings up when he gets stabbed by the night thing, and he falls down. Now, he's not dead, thank God. And we find out here, she's not after Natsuki. And after that happens, after he gets stabbed, Imaragi goes after her and he tries to attack her. She can use her spear, which was a big surprise. She can use her spear in this kind of situation. And she attacks her, and then we find out that she doesn't want Natsuki. She wants Imaragi, and she's like saying, this would be a good experiment, blah, blah, blah. And then she ends up taking Natsuki and Imaragi, and she leaves, and Kujo's bleeding. Yeah, he just got stabbed again. Kujo got stabbed so many times in this show. I just need to state that. He just gets stabbed so many times in the show. Now, after that, that's pretty much where the episode ends. Now, listen, I'm not pulling punches here. Yuma's mother, she needs to die. Oh, no sending to prison. No, she doesn't get that. No. You get the axe. Death. That's what I look at. That's how I look at it. Now, I'm guessing, I don't know why, she's doing this like this. The only person who could fight her now is essentially Kujo. Because if he were to get some blood, then he will get some power back, and he'll be able to heal his wounds, kind of, and he will fight her. Because he's the only one who could fight her at this point, because everyone else's magic has been inept. But next week, I'm guessing he's going to fight her. That's the way it looks. Listen, Yuma's mother, Aya, you need to die. Okay, as simple as that. You're an evil witch. You are trying to control the world to your bidding. And you need to die. No, you don't get to go to prison. Everyone else got sent to prison. You get the death penalty, bitch. At least that's what I'm seeing. But it seems like we're going to get that next week. 4 to 5 for this one. I'm more intrigued to what he said. Vattler. And I'm also intrigued about something else. When does that happen? Tell me what you guys think about that, what Vattler said in this episode. Because I wonder what that actually means. Could it mean that at some point, we're going to have this moment when Kujo does get to become a complete fourth progenitor, and he gets to that level. Exactly when does that happen in the show? Because, we don't got that many more episodes left of this anime, and I just wonder about it. But until then, that's all I got for you guys. Bankai 922. This show is doing okay. I mean, I don't think everyone's like, oh yeah, Strike the Blood's great. No. But I will say Strike the Blood is a little bit better than Tokyo Ravens. To a certain extent. I mean, you flip a coin over it, But this was a good episode. I'm guessing next week's going to be the final of this arc. And then we're going to get some interesting things going on with Strike the Blood. Listen. She needs to die. I'm sorry. She needs to die. She needs to die. It's official. You die. It's as simple as that. I'm wondering, though, what's going to happen after. Gotta wonder. So, yeah, I'm Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. She's a bitch. You don't get any lower when you destroy the city and you attempt to send your own daughter to death. Yeah. See you guys later.